So welcome to the Hendricks How-Tos with me, Sibylle Meder. And I would like to dive in straight away with you into a practice called Befriending Feelings, for which I invite you to grab pen and paper. And while you're doing that, I just want to let you know, if pen and paper is not available to you right now, you could also take your phone and record a voice message to yourself, or just blurt it out if you want to do that. Pen and paper is nice because of the connection of the brain and the hand, the mind and the hand connection. So I invite you to grab pen and paper and do this exercise with longhand writing. And it's up to you how you want to do it. So for this Befriending Feelings practice, I invite you to think of a recent relationship issue, a conflict, any kerfuffle, any wobble that has occurred. Just bring that to mind. And now, for the next minute and a bit, write in an unedited way anything, any thoughts, feelings, sensations that come to mind. Just write it out onto the paper. And it doesn't matter whether it's readable, whether it's legible. It doesn't matter whether it's grammatically correct. It doesn't even matter whether it's full sentences. Just start writing. And if you get stuck, if you don't know what to do, you can use your non-dominant hand and keep writing with that. That is fun. So keep writing about, you can start already. Keep writing about your recent conflict, anything that comes to mind, any feelings, sensations, thoughts, anything, any words, images, anything that comes to mind right now. And I imagine you all scribbling along there. And if you watch the recording and want a little bit more time, you can pause it for another minute and can come back to it after that. Okay, and now maybe write the last sentence or two, finish that up. And when you're done with that, condense the issue that you've just been writing about into one short expression, one short phrase, 2-3 words. Let's say you had an argument with a friend, then that could be the argument. Or other examples are the trash, having kids or not having kids, enough sex, enough money. Anything that really is a pithy statement, I hope the word is pithy, statement about what it is that your conflict is about. And now I invite you to move your body a little bit in pleasurable ways and take a moment to become aware of your body. And specifically on 3 different areas of your body. And I invite you to check out these areas now, and I will give you some words, see whether they apply to that area, and do a little check mark every time that you find, yes, that word applies to this particular area. So the first area is the area of the back of your neck, across your shoulders and your jaw. And check whether, and note down with a little check mark, whether there is tightness, whether it feels bunched, cord-like, compressed, twisted, dense, clenched, blocky, pulling, hot, steely, poking, or anything else you can come up with right now. And make a check mark for everything that applies. And then the next area we're going to focus on is across the high chest and upper throat, this area at the front of your body. Feel into that. And check, and again, make a little check mark on your paper, whether that is heavy closed in, pressing, constricted, congested, achy, pulling down, lumpy, searing. Okay. And the next area is around our navel area. So check in with your navel area, your belly, and check whether, again with a check mark, check whether it feels racy-queasy, nauseous, fluttering, held in, butterflies, or buzzy. And now check how many check marks you've got in each of the 3 areas and where there are most check marks, in which area you have most. And it's possible that you have most in the first one because that was most words. So you can also go a little bit with your feeling. Did that feel like it was the most, the one that had the most intense feeling, or was it another one? And whatever area you choose, whether it's the shoulder or neck area or the chest area or the navel belly area, there is a sentence for that. So if you chose the shoulder and neck area, fill in this following sentence with your phrase. For example, what I said before, the argument. So if it was your shoulder and neck area, fill in, I feel angry about, and then your issue. If it was the upper chest area, fill in, I feel sad about, your issue. And if it was the navel area, I feel scared about, your issue. And say out your complete sentence 3 or 4 times. Say it out loud and emphasizing 3 words. For example, if I had, I feel sad about the argument, it could be, I feel sad about the argument. Or I feel sad about the argument. I feel sad about the argument. I feel sad about the argument. Keep repeating it. Say it out loud in different, with different stress on different words, in different tones of voice and with different dynamics. Change your posture. And if you're using different voices and different tonalities, move into saying it like you're playing an instrument in an orchestra. For example, it could be the violin. Feel sad about the argument. Or the drums. I feel sad about the argument. Or the bass. I feel sad about the argument. And really play with it. Go for it. Move it. You are the orchestra. And everyone who's doing this with you now is participating in the orchestra. And no one can see you. That's a good thing. Maybe. Unless you are in public. Then you can invite the people around you to play with it. They might enjoy it. So keep going for it. Really give it your all. Say your sentence in different tones of voice with different instruments. You can be the trumpet. Really move into that. And imagine I'm the conductor here, conducting this orchestra of your feelings. And as you're doing that, breathe. Breathe into that feeling zone that was most active when you checked in with your body, whether it's your shoulders, your upper chest, or your stomach. And take a moment to just feel that. And take a moment to love yourself for feeling the way you do. Say out loud, today is Tuesday, and I feel angry or sad or scared. And I invite you to think of someone or something that you love. Bring to mind that feeling of love and sprinkle it onto this feeling of anger or sadness or fear. And you can imagine sitting down with that, like on a comfy sofa or on the beach, and just putting your arm around that feeling like you would around a good friend, and being with that. Being with that feeling. Breathe with that feeling and allow it to be there. And remember, letting yourself feel creates more flow and ease. in yourself and in your relationships. And all feelings come from the same faucet. So if you open up to one of them, you can open up to all. Okay, so you can repeat this practice whenever you want. Just watch the video again, and you can stop it wherever you want to have a little bit more time. And enjoy befriending your feelings. Thanks for joining me today on the Hendricks How-Tos, and I hope to see you again soon.